What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the Inspire series put out by Tyndale. It's an art journaling Bible, and this is just Matthew and Mark, so it's a little bit different than some of the other art journaling Bibles. There's a lot more spaces to color, and I want you to check it out. For those of you who are new here, my name is Steve. Thank you so much for being here. While you're here, you're going to be encouraged and equipped to be the Christians you claim to be by going through scripture and reviewing solid tools and resources to help make your day-to-day better and more Christ-focused. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So let's check this out. You know, I've done a handful of these, what I'm going to call art journaling Bibles. I think that's what they're called. These art journaling Bibles, scripture journals, that are really pretty. I'm not an artist. I'm going to prove it to you in just a couple of minutes. And the reason that I mention that is because I really appreciate good quality art and engaging with scripture in that way. And I'm going to show you how I used to do it before all these Bibles came out. So let's take a look at the specifics here real quick. So you're looking at about 9 3/4 inches. It's almost square. It looks like it is square by 9 3/4 inches. And this is pretty small, about a ½ inch. And I want to remind you, this is just Matthew and Mark. So I'll leave a link to the other like Inspire series Bibles that I've done. I have a girls aimed at little girls Bible that we did just last week and a couple weeks ago, the art prayer journal Bible, both really beautiful. This one's a little bit unique, and I had a comment on one of the last Bibles that I did that she said, I wish there was a large print edition. Well, guess what? This isn't the whole Bible, but I'm going to call this your large print edition. And I think that there's a lot of positives to that. So this is soft cover, but it's a really thick, nice soft cover. Tells you a little bit about it on the side there. Inspire Matthew and Mark. Coloring and creative journaling through Matthew and Mark. Okay? It gives you a little bit of specifics. Now, I said this on the last Inspire Bible that I did, the last like art journaling style Bible. And I mean this. If you're going to color, especially your kids, if they're going to sit around and color, why not color scripture? Because they're still reading it and they're still getting a little bit of something from it instead of just printing off a color sheet. This might be a great option for you. Or if you like to sit and meditate on the word, this might be a great way for you to do that. So before we flip open here, as we flip open, this is put out by Tyndale. I want to say thank you to Tyndale for sending me this so I can show it to you. It retails for about $15.99. You can usually get them for less expensive than that on sale and whatnot. It is the full text of the Gospels of Matthew and Mark only. So there are 12 full-page scripture designs, 167 verses, scripture designs, verses. This would be one of the full-page. Okay, and that's why I opened to it, because these are really super pretty. And 56 art illustrations. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But let's take a look at this. First of all, I was nervous about this. I'm not going to lie. Do you see what I did? I pressed down here. You can see, I don't know if you can see it on this page or not, but I was nervous the first time I did that. Because if you do that, you can't see the sewing. Here we go. So the first time I did that, you can kind of see the stitching there, and that made me feel a little bit better. I didn't know. I thought, well, this Bible is going to be super cool to color, but it's going to be hard to color if it keeps flopping back closed, right? I'm going to give this to my kids to color and then show you guys what they did, because they do a really good job coloring stuff like this. And so I'm going to give this to them to color after I do the review, and you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll post those pictures on Instagram. But I was nervous to push the whole thing open. I did it, and I've done it on a number of pages, and nothing. No problems with the binding. It stays open just plenty good, so you can color and write, and I appreciate that. So if we take a look here quick, it's single column, paragraph format as far as the text goes. And all throughout the text, you're going to get these, I want to say, highlighted verses. That they're kind of illustrated in a fancy way. Some of them you can color them, but they're still a part of the text. Again, this is the New Living Translation text. This is nice, thick paper. Okay, so I really don't think that you're going to have trouble with bleed through, even if you used, well, maybe if you used like a Sharpie marker, some of it might bleed through. But anything other than that, like a regular pen, I don't think there's going to be trouble. We're going to find out because I'm going to give it to my kids and let them color it, and we'll see what it looks like on the back. But I really like these. The more I've reviewed and spent time with these art journaling Bibles, I really appreciate somebody else's interpretation, looking at the beauty that they're able to create, because I'm just not, my brain doesn't work that way. And when I'm reading and meditating on scripture, I appreciate seeing that. And I think even I would have a good time sitting down and coloring these. So this is one of the verses that are off to the side here, the kind of art illustrations. And if you can see on the other side, Tyndale says that this is 2.5 inches. As you can see from side to side, you get 4. Okay, so you get about 2.5 inches of lined space. So that part's true, but I wanted to point out to you that you actually get quite a bit more space than that to do your own writing and your own journaling. So these lines are about 2.5 inches, but the whole space is about 4 inches. That's a lot of space. So everywhere that you don't have this, you have plenty of space to journal, to do your own journaling, to do your own artwork. And I think that's something worth knowing, because I know a lot of people that interact with scripture this way. I actually follow a lot of people on Instagram that do beautiful artwork in their Bibles, and I get a lot out of it. All beauty and all good things come from the Lord. That includes art, and being able to see this and engage with scripture in this way, it does something for me. Maybe it calms me down. It helps focus me. And I think you'll get a lot out of it too. So I wanted to show you this journal that I got. I'm going to flip open to a page here. And I told you that I would prove to you, A, that I'm not an artist, but that I like to sit and meditate on scripture in slightly different ways. Okay. So I did this way before these art journaling. This is years and years and years ago. I have some journals like this. I'll put a link to a leather journal similar to this down in the description, and you can replace these. But oftentimes I'd find myself sitting and I just wanted to meditate on scripture. So I would write it out, and this is about as best art as I can do. Okay. But I would write it out in a way that sat well with me, emphasizing words that I really liked and that really stood out to me. And as I go back through this, I get a lot out of it. So I share that with you because if you're a person like me and doesn't have tons and tons of art ability, this Bible is going to be great for you, because you can do that same thing here in the margins. You can color these words as you sit and repeat this verse over and over and over and think about it and pray through it. You can be coloring it, and it might be calming for you. I want to point out one very cool thing at the back, because this section is cool, and that's the color, cut, and share section. So these are designed to either cut out and use yourself or to give to other people. This is a little card. You're going to color it, cut it out, and give it away. Okay, we have cards, little teeny cards, bookmarks. There's a couple of postcards in the back. And I think that's really cool that they did that. They left the backside blank so you can write on it whatever you want. But what a cool idea. Okay, little Bible verses you can share with a friend. Just let them know you're thinking about them, you're praying about them, whatever the case may be. Or if you have tons and tons of books like I do, and you need lots and lots of bookmarks, there you go. So again, this has been a look at the Inspire series, Matthew and Mark. Just Matthew and Mark, but the Inspire series Bible put out by Tyndale. If you have any questions or something that I didn't cover, please feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Hey, thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I hope that I've earned the privilege of your time. I want to say thank you to Tyndale for sending me this resource that I can share with you to let you guys know what's out there. Hey, if you found value in this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. It helps YouTube put it in front of other people that might be looking for the same information you are looking for. Again, I want to thank you for your time. Be blessed, my friends, and don't forget, be the Christians you claim to be.